improve the maternal or infant mortality in Cree Irwin's case. The health care Planned Parenthood gave her took her life and the life of her baby. Cree's pain was so intense, it resulted in an emergency room visit where it was determined that the Kalamazoo Planned Parenthood had left parts of the baby in her. When the coroner spoke with Cree's mom, she made a statement that to this day rings in Tanya's ears. Tanya Hall and Tyler Shepard, Cree's mother and brother, are here with us today to share how Planned Parenthood's so-called safe and legal abortion services increased the infant and mortality rate by 2. What did the coroner say to your family?
Shalom. The coroner had called my mother and said that she had never seen anybody's body so mangled, so ravaged. Her associates, they had also took a look at the body, and they all concurred that they had never seen anybody so mangled from never seen somebody so mangled. And we're here today to talk about how Planned Parenthood affects families. My sister Cree, she died a day before her son's first birthday. My nephew Landon, her son, will never know his mother, and birthdays are supposed to look like, are supposed to be celebrations. Your time to reflect on life, reflect on the things that you've done, reflect on your experiences, and also looking forward. It's going to be hard for my nephew. It's going to be hard for my family. When my sister died, it caused me personally to look into Planned Parenthood more. Me personally, when you listen to the media, it's pushed. It's the woman's choice. But when we look at how supposedly this nation is ran, with the thought that it's Christian based and that it's following God. But what is abortion? Isn't that murder? Isn't that killing? Not just a life, but an infant who doesn't have a say, but it's the mother's choice, though. I want that choice to be eliminated, for it not to even be on the table. I want us to
with those that were talking before us, all those thousands and thousands of mothers, all those thousands of babies that were ripped from their wombs, they have a name, they have a face. Cree was just one of those faces. We stand here and represent families of those that were lost, who didn't have to die, but they were lost. So we're saying today, we're standing here saying enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Thank you.
I can't I can't imagine being in her shoes. I have a daughter. I just can't imagine the pain that she and Tyler are walking with every day. I can't. There may be some here today that believe abortion is a voluntary act and that women are choosing it. I pray that you can see that is not the case with Black and Latino women. Planned Parenthood has engaged in medical, geographical, and marketing coercion, driving women to their abortion centers where the only choice they are given is abortion and abortion only. They have even gone so far as to tell Black women their children are like a disease. On Halloween, they tweeted out and said, if you're a Black woman in America, it is statistically safer to have an abortion than to carry the pregnancy to term or give birth. Can you convince Cree's mom and brother of that? It wasn't safe for them. Cree did not come out, and she joined a growing list of women that have died in Planned Parenthood centers with no regard for their lives at all. In New York City, where the flagship Margaret Sanger Center is located, and they perform more than 11,000 abortions a year, more Black babies are aborted than are born alive. In other words, New York City is into depopulation because the women are being lured into that Margaret Sanger Center where the lives of their babies are being taken without repercussion. New York City's not alone though. Planned Parenthood's white supremacist dogma has permeated every state, and the results are clear. In Mississippi, 82% of the abortions in that state are performed on Black women. In Georgia, it's more than 60%. In Alabama, it's 63%. In South Carolina, it's 52%. In Ohio, it's 44%. And this pattern continues in every state across the nation. Using the Negro Project to make abortions as common as birth control, Planned Parenthood has made great strides in replicating in the Black community what's happening in Cuba. If you want to know where the population control ends, what it results in, we only have to look at Cuba, where abortions are paid for by the state. Today, Cuba is begging women to have children. They are begging the Cubanos who came to America to come back to Cuba. I don't know if anybody wants to go back there, but they're begging them to come back because their population is in decline. If the Black community is to stay at our current rate in the population today, every woman of childbearing age, Black woman, Latino woman, childbearing age will have to have 2.1 children. In the Black community today, we're at 1.8. We are in population decline. Planned Parenthood's disinformation campaign is accomplishing the goal that Margaret Sanger laid out when she launched the Negro Project in 1939. She called us weeds. She wanted to cultivate us from America's garden. She wanted to make sure that those she considered feeble-minded and undesirable were taken care of. And they are succeeding. They are not placing their surgical facilities in Caucasian neighborhoods. You heard that from Sue. The only marketing they do in the Caucasian community is for them to join them in their political action. But they market every day in the Black and Latino communities. Every time you see an advertisement from them, an article from them, information from them, it's Black and Latino women. Every time Cecile Richards opened her mouth before Congress, she said it was women of color, colored women. All she did was flip the order of the words, right? That were going to be denied access to health care. We are here today calling on President Trump, Vice President Pence, the United States Senate, and the House of Representatives to join us in pushing back against this civil war that Planned Parenthood is waging against Blacks and Latinos. We urgently plead with the Congress and pray to the Lord Jesus Christ that they will correct this malignant injustice. We are asking that they will investigate the illegal targeting of Black and Latino women, beginning with the Negro Project and continuing to this day. We are asking them to refer the matter to the Department of Justice so that Planned Parenthood can be held accountable under the Proxmire Act, which is the law in the United States that forbids genocide. One part of the definition of genocide is take steps to prevent the births within a group. I pray that you understand what you've heard here today, that we are preventing births within the Black and Latino communities. We're asking that Planned Parenthood be designated an organization that commits genocide and all federal money be taken away from them. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Congress, please make America great for Blacks for the first time. Please allow us to realize the American dream. Let us have the right to life, the right to liberty, and the right to pursue happiness for the first time. Thank you for joining us today. We are now going to march to the Capitol. If you will follow the marshals who are here, you will get a handout. We're asking you to take that handout to your elected official and leave that handout with them. May God go before us and come behind us.